James Harden and Kawhi Leonard were absolutely unbelievable tonight, and I feel like nobody really notices how much they affected this game, especially in the third quarter, not only getting opportunities for themselves, but finding their teammates as well. And this is one of my favorite plays to start this third quarter, and guys, ultimately, this is what won them the game. The 32-22 run to start the third quarter, unreal. So right now, let's go all the way to the start of this play. First thing that we notice is we're in transition, okay? Now, whenever you're in transition, you can create mismatch opportunities from the jump, and that's what they get with James Harden versus Aaron Gordon. Now, all we want to do is set up our offense exactly where we want it. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to stack up this side of the floor. We're going to drive, and we're going to create rotation from this defense, right? So as James Harden drives, you initiate this defensive blender, okay? Now, what a blender is you force this guy to rotate over. Now you play 2-on-1 basketball here, but now you got 3-on-2 basketball on the outside. And as Zubac fills that dunker spot, right, Kawhi Leonard's man has to rotate over. And then Michael Porter has to guard 1-2 guys here. We're going to clear out. We're going to send Norman Powell to the top of the key. The spacing is something I love. Draw 2, find Kawhi, create rotation from Michael Porter. We're going to swing it back over to Norman Powell. And now they got to play comeback. He's got to run him off that three-point line because of all of that separation. And all we're doing is utilizing the blender of the defense and finding the open floater. I mean, again, the ball movement was amazing. It was so good, and they did it all night long. But the third quarter, it broke out. So we're going to break down a ton of film. Get ready, lock in, hit that like button, and let's look at it. Now, I hope you guys didn't think I wasn't going to show you the play that essentially won them this game. Amazing. I mean, not really, but it did. Okay, and you guys are going to see why. Look at Kawhi Leonard. We're going to create a defense, and we can already tell they're playing an in-the-gaps defense, which means they don't want Kawhi or James Harden with the basketball. I'll show you why in a second. So as Kawhi Leonard drives, he's going to initiate that in-the-gap defense, which ultimately draws 2 defenders, okay? Whenever you can draw 2 defenders, that puts a defense into what we call a blender, okay? If you guys have watched these videos, you know what this means. You create rotation. Now that they're playing 2-on-1 here, you're playing 4-on-3 everywhere else, which is huge, right? Now they're stuck in rotation. As he drives, he kicks out to James, and now James has leverage, drives in, creates more. Again, in the gaps defense, they do not want these guys with the ball. They'll send to almost every single time. So now we swing. Again, think about it. You got 4-on-3 basketball over here. You swing to Kawhi. Kawhi creates rotation here, right? We swing to Batum. We create rotation here, right? Now you have Nikola Jokic playing not only the big man, but now he's got to get out to the three-point line if possible. It's not possible, okay? We swing, and then Norman Powell pump fakes, sidesteps a 3, wide open, gets it to go, play of the game. We're just getting started. Let's get into it. All right, so we're going to talk a lot in this video about 2 things: defense and transition offense. And they can kind of go hand in hand, because if you play good defense, you can get easy transition opportunities for your offense. Right here, they get a 1-on-1 post up with Nikola Jokic versus Big Zoo. Now, Big Zoo's not going anywhere, okay? This dude is a dog. This dude is an animal. He's a different breed right now. Look at this block here on the little finger roll by Jokic. Boom. Now, all that does, give us an opportunity in transition. Look at the numbers. I want to see Zoo get back out, but he get the block. I'll give it to him, right? We need to get out quicker. We need everybody running. Now, the first thing we're going to notice is, look at that. Right, you have Jokic trailing in jail on Kawhi. They rotate Christian Brown over, and now we have separation. We have space in transition versus Jamal Murray. Now, because Norman Powell is so damn versatile, he can stop and pop for a 3, which you have to play. If you're the defense, you have to play that three-point line, which they do. They overcommit down. We go inside. We drive to the lane. Since they have no big down low, the last line of defense is Michael Porter Jr., which we like because he's not a rim protector. We drive in and look at the athleticism by Norman Powell throwing that thing down. And again, we're going to talk a lot in this video about defense leading to offense. This is just the start. All right, really good play by James Harden. So initially what they did was they set a screen here for Jamal Murray. The defense rotated over with Big Zoo, and James Harden had to play that backside as he's kind of stuck in jail, right? What jail means is whenever you're stuck behind the playmaker or the ball handler, that's what they call jail in the NBA term. So as he drops back, he goes over to Nikola Jokic. Now, the only thing they want here as the Nuggets is this mismatch. Now, Nikola Jokic is not a guy who's going to settle for a bunch of threes. He's going to exploit the mismatch. So what does he do? He gets James Harden up in the air slightly, drives by him, but look at James Harden's ability to never give up, right? Jokic knows that he's going to get rotation, and he's going to be able to find either an open shooter in the corner or an open Jamal Murray at the top of the key. So as he tries to do that, look at James. He goes from underneath, right? Let me try to time this up perfectly for you guys. He goes from underneath, swats the ball or tips the ball, gets it over to Batum. Now we're in a fast break transition opportunity when it looked like they had an easy mismatch in transition, or not in transition, but an easy mismatch off the high pick and roll. And then Batum, he's going to get it over to James. We're going to reset. Now, because we're out in transition, guys, what do we notice? Not only do we have a double team at the top, but now we have a mismatch with Kawhi Leonard. Now this is the matchup that we want to get the ball to. So what do? Kawhi notices it. He gets the ball down low. Now we're in a great spot. Great spot. We get him down low, right? He's trying to force, right? We send Zubac in a slot cut. We try to move Jokic out of this play. And Kawhi says, boom, fake pass, draw contact, get Jokic out, fadeaway floater, gets it to go. Defense leads to offense. I'm all in. All right, now this is another really sick play here by Nicholas Batum. We're going to break it down in just a second. Before we dive into that, make sure you guys hit that like button, okay? If we get over 1,000 likes on this video, we will be dropping a part 2 tomorrow, okay? Showing you the fourth quarter and even more of this basketball game, how they closed out at the end despite a little bit of a late run by Denver. If you want that video, comment down below part 2. And most importantly, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel because it is free. It doesn't cost anything, and we got you guys covered throughout the rest of the playoffs. Now, as this 10-0 run is happening over the last 3.5 minutes, we just see a display of CM. Okay, what is CM? This stands for court mapping ability. If you're a fan of basketball, you know that Nikola Jokic is one of the best players that has ever played this game when it comes to understanding the floor, understanding where the defense is, but always knowing where his teammates are going to be. Ball is loose right now, gets tipped up in the air, and look at Batum. Not only does he go for it, but he knows exactly where to go with the ball. He doesn't even need to touch it. He knows, boom, throw it right over to the corner. Now we have a wide open Norman Powell. But the good thing about Norman Powell is because he has that versatility where he can shoot the ball, these guys run him off the three-point line. And what happens when you run him off the three-point line is you get a clear lane to the basket, and boom, you create weak side rotation from the defense. Now you have either an open lob, or you can manipulate Nikola Jokic as you're driving into the lane, or, right, he doesn't want to draw contact. He doesn't want to get another foul here. So, goes away from it. And Norman Powell is able to get a wide open layup. This is what ball movement's able to do. When you have court mapping ability, this is the offense that you can have. Now, another thing I noticed was the defense was tremendous in this third quarter. So, right here, we're going to notice ball's up. We get that rebound to Big Zoo. Now, look at this. We're going to slowly bring it up. We're going to get it over to James Harden. First thing we notice is we're just going to swing it right over to Kawhi. We get everybody over to that left side of the floor, which creates an isolation situation with Kawhi Leonard and Michael Porter Jr. Now, look at what Kawhi does. As he gets the ball, he's going to plant that right foot into the ground, and what that does is opens up the hips of Michael Porter as he prepares for a drive baseline, knowing that he's most likely going to have no weak side help defense from that side, so he overcommits. Boom, stop on a dime. We create so much separation by just doing that, and Kawhi lets it fly. Drains it, gets it to go tonight, 11 of 22 from the field. I mean, that was with about 4 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Might have ended with a little bit more, but he was unreal, as well as James Harden, right? Both played great basketball tonight. Now, Kawhi Leonard, James Harden, they were amazing, but this would not be a fair video if I didn't give a shout out to, right, we already said Norman Powell. Chris Dunn defensively only played 10 minutes. Hopefully everything's okay there. But then you talk about Nicholas Batum and Derek Jones and Bogdanovich and Zubac, Big Zoo, okay? Now, the reason I need to give a big shout out to Big Zoo is because the high pick and roll, when they like to go to it, it changes the game. It changes everything about their offense. So when they set up this high pick and roll, you know, because James Harden is so damn good, right, most teams are going to attack James Harden, right? So they're going to fight this guy over, or they have him go under but back around, and they rotate Nikola Jokic over as well. So again, as we watch this play, you start to see the defense double team. Now, we're going to do what we call a pocket pass, okay? What is a pocket pass? It's basically you see this pocket open up between Nikola Jokic and Christian Brown. We're going to bounce past this thing in. We're going to hit him in stride. And as this defense is backing up, we're going to give Big Zoo an opportunity to be a playmaker, right? He can either pass this to the corner. You see Aaron Gordon kind of stagger back out to the three-point line, so he takes the push floater and he drains it. Again, Big Zoo is so damn good at this game, and he's only getting better.